Hi guys, welcome back to Legends of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, Part 1. We just finished the prologue, so I'll load it up at the beginning of Chapter 1. Okay? We will have to go back, not even a save. Well, I saved it when I could save it, but there was a save, and then it went into Chapter 1. So there was a save in the middle of the ending of the prologue. So we'll start it from that save, okay? Just give me a second here. Let me load up.
Welcome back to Sunday Night.
There it is.
Israel has waged war against Hamas for a year, since Hamas butchered men, women, and children and took others hostage, some of whom remain held hostage. Recently, the Jewish state directed its attention north to Lebanon, where Hezbollah, backed by Iran, sows discord and operates with impunity. Or did it? Israel and Hezbollah are trading deadly strikes, raising fear.
This is Chapter 1.
This here will be the turning point. All units, assume the dual lancer formation.
In Lebanon, and promised Israeli forces would continue with, quote, full force. Jim Sullivan once bragged he spent next to no time worrying about the Middle East. Maybe he should have. Joining us is former Secretary of State, CIA Director, and Fox News contributor, Mike Pompeo. Welcome, Mr. Secretary. Thank you for your service. Unless one has visited Israel, you cannot appreciate just how small that country is. There's more to the south and now to the north. Where is this headed in your judgment?
Become one with me!
Trey, it's always great to be with you. Always great to be in America on a Sunday night. Talk about important things. Look, the answer to that depends on the United States of America.
Guess we lost this one.
I love a good cat fight.
To demand that the Israelis stand down. We'll call it a ceasefire.
Regimental commander of the eyes and
Roughly the moral equivalent of Hamas and Secretary Austin one more time says, gosh, we're worried about escalation. The risk that this becomes a wider conflict is very, very real. If instead, I'm sure you know this, if instead the United States of America says, good riddance to Nasrallah, good riddance to the leadership of Hamas, we know that this is driven by the Iranian regime, and we, the United States, are prepared to allow and encourage and provide assistance so that Israel can finish the job and actually take down the infrastructure that threatens them. Not only will Israel be safer, not only will they be able to get their tens of
How does a 7-3 split? Vice Chief of the Warriors of Kruger, Hassan al-Fayyad.
The Gulf states will no longer
We will accept no less than 6-4.
and the United
Fail
States
to accept, and the fighting
get back to
continues.
a model that delivered peace and
Very
prosperity
well.
for 4 years under
6-4
President
to
Trump.
us it is. Glory to the Kruger!
Mr. Secretary, let's listen to Prime Minister Netanyahu together, and then I'll ask you about it on the other side. Israel seeks peace. Israel yearns for peace.
I like when they change tracks. His track shows up on the upper right. I like that.
I guess.
Or when it's over or whatever. The new track.
Yet we face savage enemies who seek our annihilation.
Really good. Lacking that bit of strength.
Savage murderers. All right, Mr. Secretary,
Being that you could throw you off that coming, you'd have had a slew of more strategic options to work with.
truly historic agreements. And now war rages
You're right.
when America abandons the stage trade, when America fails to lead, when our friends lose confidence in us and our adversaries don't fear us, you get exactly what we have, not only in the Middle East, but in Europe today as well as Ukraine.
Think nothing of it. You've got a lot of potential. You just need more practice and to up your stamina.
Costs on Iran, and we did. We did not have money, we did not have resources. We put real pressure on them. When they threatened Americans, we took out a General
With enough of both,
Those are the kinds
you'll
of
be right
things
on the
that
heels of my
the
other little sister from
understand.
back
They
in the
don't
day in no
understand
time.
negotiations. They don't
Yeah,
understand
Sophie?
defeat. They demand
Start
ceasefires.
to know more
Supports
about
that
her.
they want. We know how to create that very peace and prosperity the region is through American leadership and the Chinese model. They tell the Iranians, you can't continue to threaten the entire world. You were talking about former senior government officials earlier, but they threaten Europeans. They've certainly taken hostages, including Americans. seldom spoken about, and we should never forget that the Iranians are responsible for the death of more Muslims in the region than just about
I
any other
can't
region
help it.
over the
I
last
see
decade.
this
This
hair
is
and I just get the
not
urge to
just
ruffle
the
it.
Israel-Jewish state.
Hmm.
Israel,
I'll
we have to make sure that we
tell you about my old
model
crew.
against
There are no soldiers in it.
military.
Alright, Mr. Secretary. It's the second term. Many, including me, hope you were part of that second administration. How would you, if assigned the task of the Middle East, what would a cabinet level Mike Pompeo do to resolve that region in a
Income chapter 1.
Which I thank SaGa for the kind words. Look, it's pretty straightforward. You make clear who our friends are, the nation of Israel. You make very clear that we support the uprising, Saudis, the Kuwaitis, the Marines, all the Gulf states. We're not going to call them a threat. We're not going to threaten them or undermine their security because they're trying to draw talent in the capital to the region. They've got the right side of history in those Gulf states. And then we would impose real pressure on the Iranian regime and make clear that you trafficking, you kill Israelis, if you take hostages, we're not going to just say, gosh, can't we all just get along? Let's stand down and have a ceasefire.
I just wanted to see if there was anything interesting going on. But all I get is doom and gloom. Still, the info here's put together real nice and organized. Even if the design's got the admin's face all over it.
It's not in his best interest. We did it for 4 years. I am very confident that we can do it again.
Mike Pompeo, who has been asked to answer the call many, many times by his country and has done so. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thanks, Trey.
Up next, more questions, fewer answers after Congress held a hearing into the attempted murder of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker is next, only on Sunday Night America.
This thing's in the middle of nowhere, and even if we didn't get any closer, still know it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. The same way you know you can keep the concert going, even after
Should have known.
or take the
Haven't
whole
heard a
family
thing about Armada in a while now.
because when you're an
They must
original,
have pulled out of Edith for the time being.
Right now, get $5,000
As for Genesis and the GranBlue, they're coming up empty. Are they being actively deleted? Is this all part of some big cover-up?
Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Each planning the future and change the world. Gen X is planning a summer.
He's the same as usual, too. Should I call on Marduk? Nah, that'd probably just cause even more headaches for me. Well, it's almost time for my regular checkup, so I may as well put a pin in it. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get an earful this time?
Make more of what's yours. Have you ever thought of getting
Wanna
a
not
walk-in
bang my
tub for
door in
you or
here?
someone you love? Now is a great time to take a look at getting a Safe Step walk-in tub. With Safe Step's standard heated seat and new fast-fill faucet, you can enjoy a nice warm bath up to 20% faster.
Convenient touchpad control is right at your fingertips.
No prizes for
Each
guessing
tub
who you
comes
learned all
standard
that
with a
from.
dual
How
hypotherapy
about
system.
taking after your mother
10 water
instead?
jets
Wouldn't it be
can
nice
help
to become a
increase
charming,
mobility,
pretty
relieve
lady
pain,
just like her
boost
one day?
energy, and improve sleep, while the MycoSoothe advanced air therapy system oxygenates and softens skin.
Safe Step walk-in tubs are built to maximize safety, so you can stay in your home and
Come
enjoy
on
the
in.
comforts of
Don't be
being.
shy.
So call now for more
You say
information
so.
and a free, no-obligation consultation. Call now. 1-888-2.
You said not to come in my uniform, so I wore this.
Another time. That's 1-800-882.
How do I look?
8.
It'll work, I guess.
COPD hasn't been pretty. It's tough to keep one.
Kinda too dressy for casual walking around town, but then again, going the plain route with you would just make you stick out like a sore thumb. Still beats the uniform either way.
That's good.
Because 3 medicines in 1 inhaler try to keep your airways open and prevents future flares.
So you should tell
And
me.
with 1 dose a day, Trelegy improves lung function.
Come on,
So I can
let's
breathe
ditch
more
this
freely
poop loser and
day
eat some
and
breakfast.
night. Trelegy won't replace the respirator. There's some
You're serving bacon
Tell
fish
your
and
doctor
pumpkin
your heart
soup
condition
today.
and blood pressure.
Oh, that sounds
Do not
delicious.
take Trelegy more
Lead
than
the way.
prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of cholesterol and osteoporosis.
Well, damn.
Call your doctor
Those two sure hit it off quick.
Chest pain,
At the time swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or unpaid.
Ask your doctor about what's getting traced COPD, because breathing should be. Okay. Kamala's getting going to use med finally.
We'll call number now. Finally, forced Kamala to switch topics.
Sean sounds off on the latest unhidden. Guys, got hair loss?
These days, at the local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our member perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca. She's gorgeous.
Put your harness on. Going to a tornado, for God's sake. Patient fears.
Reading positive story program. With their dogs, they're reading stories to them. And interaction with that therapy.
That's true.
Thank you for your support. It allows our therapy dog program to seniors to youth in need. Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. Lawmakers were frustrated after a bipartisan hearing on the near assassination of Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. The questions are far better than the answers. Is that because Secret Service and the Bureau don't have the answers, or they just aren't sharing what they do know? The Senate released a scathing report on Secret Service failures, including a lack of command, poor coordination with local and state partners, inadequate resources, and a woeful failure to secure the site.
The failure of most Secret Service personnel in Butler to be informed about the specific threat facing former President Trump stands out.
A 20-year-old with a week's notice figured it out and outsmarted it.
Getting ready for a hard day's work?
U.S. Secret Service, and that is a shame. It's a stain on their agency.
It's not just
Then that's
unhinged
all the more
20-year-olds
reason why you
who are
need to
on
support her
plotting to
while she runs.
assassinate Trump and other former government officials.
Don't overdo it today, and make sure you're back in time for dinner. I mean that for you too, Agnes. We'll have a piping hot, delicious meal waiting for you. Wouldn't want it to get cold now, would you?
Iranian malicious cyber actors have continued their efforts since June to send stolen, non-public material associated with former President Trump's campaign to U.S. media. The Justice Department unsealed an indictment charging 3 hackers working for the Iranian government with material support for terrorism, computer fraud, wire fraud, and identity theft.
Former President Trump noted how, quote, strange it is Iran's new president received a large security detail when visiting the UN in New York this week, while Iran wants to kill Americans. So America protects those trying to kill our officials while we also protect their officials. Strange is one word. Perhaps visas should be
Speaking
denied
of,
until Iran stops
shall
trying
we?
to kill
We
Americans
shall.
and destroy
And let the
Israel.
workday begin.
Joining us is former Assistant Director of the FBI and current attorney Chris Swecker. Welcome to you, Mr. Special Agent. Florida is an active investigation with pending charges and a looming trial. So that case is different from Butler, Pennsylvania, where you cannot prosecute a court. So why would Secret Service not be more forthcoming if there is no pending criminal case, at least one that I'm aware of?
Well, yeah, as you pointed out, there's absolutely no reason to conceal information or not be 100% transparent when it comes to Butler. But we also know that the Secret Service, my dealings with them over my 25 years, they're not transparent agencies to begin with. They're just not. They always want to protect their methods, and they've gotten by on their mystique, which may have deterred would-be assassins in the past. But that mystique is gone. And now that, they're going to have to step up and be that protective agency that they were set up to be. I think they've been going off in a lot of different directions. And I see Rose stepping up in these hearings and really kind of blaming it on the locals and blaming it on lack of resources. It's meager. It's 100% leadership.
Yeah, the blaming of the locals is just, that is wrong.
Okay.
It is unfair.
Okay.
It is wrong. And the Secret Service's job to protect the protectee. If you were leading the questions, leading the investigation, what rocks would you look under? What stones would you turn over to get the answers if you were part of this investigation?
If you're talking about Butler, I would want the operations plan. There has to be one. And I want to see who signed off on it, the hierarchy. Apparently, as they went through the hearings,
Can't go wrong
there
with
was more
any
than
of
one
it.
operational plan, but there
God
was no
damn.
one operational plan. And I want to understand why the
Come back
Secret
soon.
Service feels like they can't roll up their sleeves, get off the podium, and go work embedded with state and local officers when they're on a protection detail. Why do they think that they are
What would the recipes be? They said they're easy to miss. Like, what the fuck?
Because I see them not wanting to mix it up with the locals, not wanting to embed, not wanting to send a counter surveillance team out there to work with them, not wanting to join command posts. I actually think we need to look really hard at why they can't seem to work well with state and local agencies these days.
Right. Florida to me is different, and I know that I'm in a minority. I was at least when I was in Congress, but when they're pending charges, that to me makes a difference. So where is the balance between protecting prosecutions that are ongoing and sharing information with Congress?
Yeah, as you know, as a former U.S. attorney, I mean, when there's a pending prosecution, there are some pretty strict policies and guidelines about just talking about the case in general. And you want to make sure that any witness that you talk to has independent recollection, as opposed to having read something or seen something in the media. You want to make sure you're not tainting future jury pools. So they are, and as both of us as attorneys, I think we both see why you want to protect certain information. But there is generic information and questions that they can answer behind closed doors in closed session, so that the regulators or the people that fund their budget understand why they do what they do or why they don't do certain things. So, we don't need to know, you and I don't need to know, but Congress should be able to know at this point even.
Before I let you go, Iran is actively trying to kill former American leaders. I mean, what's the best way to protect those who are constantly the object of assassination attempts?
Yeah, just some editorial commentary to begin with. I don't know why we gave Iran hundreds of billions of dollars to fund terrorism against us. But our intelligence agencies have to step it up. We have to, uncover these plots. We've got to make sure that we've got the A-team protecting former President Trump, and not this apathetic,
Office's kitchen.
complacent agency that we've seen over the last two incidents. So, they just absolutely have to step up their game, and they have a little bit.
Oh, you buy them, okay.
But we also have to step up our game against an adversary that they are, instead of appeasing them. No other country would let a country get away with this state-sponsored assassination attempts.
No, and negotiate with them in the process. No, they would be ostracized. Special Agent, thank you for your service to our country, first of all, and thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thank you, Craig.
Religious leaders are trying to lower
Oh, cool.
the temperature in polling places before this November election. You should be able to vote in peace at a minimum. Next on Sunday Night America.
You get arrested before? Yeah, for a lot of different things. Cops is back. Don't you move! Don't put your hands on me! That's right.
20 hit chain. Cool. I'll take it.
Without investment, those breakthroughs are often paused. Cities seamlessly connected banking, finance, and services businesses deliver global financial solutions. So our clients are investing in innovations for patients around the world without pause.
Ooh, 27. It's close.
As the candidates race toward the White House, America hopes for a clean and fair election. It really doesn't understand what that means. It's why my team created this guide to the presidential election. Get it at freeelectionguide.com.
My daughter is being treated for leukemia. She lives a long, very happy life. Finishing whatever she at home. St. Jude. This is what's keeping my baby girl alive.
Here it is.
This September, enjoy the benefits of saving lives during childhood cancer awareness month by supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For just $19, you will send us the life-saving research.
Sure, give me a minute. And done. Dig in.
Cool.
If your kid is hurting, there's nothing you can do about it. That's the worst feeling in the world. 1 in 5 children diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. will not survive. Those that donate St. Jude, I hope that you will continue to give. They have done so much for me. Join with your debit or credit card now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt that you can proud.
I never equipped my stuff. Okay. Wait. I did. Okay.
When we came here, we didn't know what tomorrow would hold. St. Jude showed us that tomorrow there's hope.
Got lots of ingredients.
Let's cure childhood cancer together. Please donate now.
Super Beta Prostate has been the #1 selling brand for men's prostate and urinary health. You'll notice less urges to urinate, and you won't be getting up at night for so many avenues. Super Beta Prostate. 5 minute long. This is a carry-on closet. The suitcase with a one-of-a-kind active deposit system that keeps you organized. Pack only in 15 days. Not really never unhappy. The comfort of home on the go. Unpack in seconds at solar.com.
I'm Bobby Brown, and I started Jones Road.
I wish they put secret shit more in the game.
Clean, with food products that are versatile and easy to use. Learn more at jonesroad.com.
If you're shopping for a home, Realtor.com only shows you homes for sale sourced directly from professionals, meaning you can trust every home listing isn't real estate. Don't all have to? Not really. Trust the #1 app real estate professionals trust. Tonight, a special interview with the intro.
The kitchen staff lady called you, said he's okay, but there's been a shooting. What happened next?
Ainsley sits down with the former First Lady, Melania, tonight on Fox News Channel.
Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. Robust today has been supplanted by threats of violence. Contrast, which is indispensable, has been replaced with conflict, which is unsustainable. How do we end this cycle? How can we disagree without threats? How can we lower the political rhetoric while keeping our deeply held convictions? Religious leaders called Pole chaplain are trying to keep peace during voting. They're training themselves and others to de-escalate, provide calm at polling sites. Joining us is Adele Banks, project editor and national reporter of the Religion News Service. Welcome, Ms. Banks. Thank you for joining us. How do we get here? And more importantly, how do we get out of this cycle of heated political rhetoric and threats of violence?
Thank you for having appreciate it. I have to say the Militia News Service has been around for 90 years, and when we started, we were dealing with trying to foster public understanding of religion as there was anti-Catholicism and anti-Semitism and racism. And now we're dealing with some of those same situations. And there are clergy and others who are working to try to keep the peace despite that. I have written specifically about Faith United to Save Democracy. That is a multi-faith and multiracial coalition. And it is training clergy and lay people and people of no faith to be, as you said, full chaplains or peacekeepers at this election season. These are people in the grassroots who want to do something and be helpful at this time of great polarization. They're having training sessions of webinars where so far 500 people have been trained and been certified so that they'll be ready to go out to possibly some of the battleground states as well as other places to just be a peaceful presence having folks.
You know, I have friends who would never vote for me, nor should they, because we have different views on kind of the size and scope and role of government, but the friendship remains. So I think we can have contrast without the conflict that we see now, right? I mean, we can be friends with people who actually vote for different candidates.
That's what the people who are leading these efforts believe as well. And they focus on their particular beliefs, saying that they say that everyone is in the image of God, made in the image of God, who should have the right to freely vote and as they wish. And so that's what they're trying to do, is kind of turn down the temperature. And I talked to one of the leaders of this effort and about whether they care about, what party people are affiliated with. And she said, they are trying to help anybody who wants to help people just get to vote and vote for their leader.
You know, I'm not a religious scholar that you are, but I'm pretty sure Jesus lost a voice vote to a guy named Barabbas, a notorious criminal named Barabbas, and yet he's the most famous person who ever lived, and he changed the course of history. So, for people of faith, I mean, isn't God in charge no matter what happens on election day? I mean, I don't think God's surprised at the
Looking is always free, though.
We just did a survey that asked about these kinds of questions, about 1,000 people who responded, and more than half, 52%, said that they're going to pray before they vote on election day. And even a larger percentage, 57% of millennials said that they were going to pray before voting on election day. And I think that's an interesting finding because often people think that millennials they're concerned about whether they're going to vote at all, whether they care about the election. Really, if they're praying about it, they must care about it. So there's definitely a tie between the election and the legislature.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm going to pray too, but it's going to be for a short polling line. That's about all I'm going to ask God for, is a short polling line, so I don't have to wait hours. But thank you and others who are willing, and that's a difficult day, and for people to volunteer their time to either be poll workers or poll chaplains to try to keep the peace and this democracy. Thank you on behalf of all of us for doing that.
Well, I'm reporting on them doing it, and I'm appreciative of your asking me to tell you about it.
Well, God bless you, and thank you for spending part of your Sunday with us. I hope you have a great week ahead. Until next week, you can find us online at Gallery America or on the podcast. Good night from South Carolina.
Sharing her truth. For the first time in 2 years, the former First Lady opens up about life before, during, and after the White House. From the 2 assassination attempts on her husband, I got the Secret Service said, he's okay, we are going to the hospital. To the constant scrutiny, weeks away from Election Day. We hear the leaders from the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy. And why she's chosen this moment to speak out. A lot of misinformation and falsehoods written about him. And I want to
why not take some flowers with
give that pursuit. Melania holding nothing back, giving a fiercely honest account of what she thinks about the state of our country and our world. the border is open and dangerous. A lot of families have global healing power. Youth, it's very hard to see.
And looking back, what she would have done differently as First Lady?
I think the team around you is very, very important. Very, very important. They need to have the same vision.
Recounting her childhood in Slovenia, her career in high fashion, and how she met Donald Trump.
I love the vision that he had and the connection that we had.
Hey,
So
why
it
not
was
take
very
some flowers
special.
with you?
As a wife, mother, model, immigrant, First Lady, and American, this is Melania Trump in her own words.
Why would you want to tell your story? I believe that it was a time when I tell my story and the truth. It is a lot of misinformation and falsehoods written about me, and I want to put the record straight, and people can learn some things that they never discussed. And I hope they enjoy the book. Let's begin with your life growing up in Slovenia. How you became a model, how you grew up in America, became a citizen. I lived in Slovenia, small town, and I started in fashion modeling industry because of my mother. She introduced me to it. She was a fashion designer and instructor. That's how I started when I was 6 years old. So explaining the book and from the beginning till I came to New York. Also between those modeling career in Milan and Paris and around traveling around Europe. So very exciting and exciting life. It looks so glamorous for all of us, but it's hard work. It is a hard work. And you always alone and traveling through the cities where you wake up very early in the morning, you come back home very late at night. And you know, as a young girl or just young woman, you experience a lot of different things and you grow up very fast. Yes. What was that opening time? To say, Mom and Dad, I'm leaving tomorrow, I'm leaving the parents. They're very supportive. They were very supportive every time they came to visit me. And I'm glad I had them in my corner because I paused my studies. So I moved to Milan. And I feel like if I would never do that, I would never be here. So now that I'm turned back, I feel like it's incredible decisions that I made. You said in the book, you said sometimes in order to succeed, you must be willing to take risks. How did the risks early on as a model prepare you for that? I think nothing prepared me more to be first lady in front of the world than the fashion industry. The fashion industry, it's glamorous, but it's at the same time very tough. And as everybody judges you, look at you certain way. So it can be a mean world as well. So nothing prepared me more for this world than fashion. It gives you a big skin. So it was August 27, 1996, and you have a smile on your contract. You have 2 suitcases, a carry-on, and a passport. That is all of the property to America. And my portfolio, and your portfolio. That's the great for absolutely. I mean, you need to find a job. So tell me, and you think about money. You didn't even go to your apartment. You immediately went to work. Tell us about it. When I arrived to City, I still remember it was Tuesday.
Not this way.
I went directly from the airport to the agency. So I started right away. We signed the contract, they copy your portfolio, and you start. So it was an exciting time. So 10 years later, after arriving here, you find yourself raising the right hand and deciding to pledge allegiance and becoming an American citizen. you at that moment, you would go on to become the first lady of the United States of America. What did that day become a citizen mean to you? I was very proud. I went through the process, and that day was a big celebration. I was very, very proud. So meeting Donald Trump, how did you meet him? We met at the party, and you could read the whole chapter of the book. Yes, you were at the Kit Kat Club, and there was that moment of connection. And then you refused to give him your number, and
Do
asked
you
for his
know
number,
what you want?
and you went on a modeling shoot in the Caribbean. While you were down there, you couldn't stop thinking about it. And so you came home, and you called him. What happened? We went to the first date, if you could call it a date. Because it was mixed with professionalism to the next, and I completely understand now that I know you more. It was so.
I hope to see you again.
It was so cute.
Do you know what you want?
About it, because I was the same, and I loved
I hope to see you
the
again.
vision that we had and the connection that we had. So it was very special. We get in the car, drive to Bedford, and outside of the city, about an hour outside of the city, and he wanted to show you a business or some property that he had. So he was combining business with taking you on a first date. And he was very nice because we were two of us alone in the car for an hour and a half, and it's no audio noise, no audio because at that time he was already celebrity. So it was really nice to be just two of us, to fall in love. It was a connection. It was a connection. His chemistry was undeniable. Our connection felt natural. In private, he revealed himself as a gentleman, displaying tenderness and thoughtfulness. Did he ever say to you in his early stages, or even in that first car ride, I'm going to be present? No, you didn't discuss that time. Did he tell you soon? Did you know soon?
Sounds like me. I can't handle people either.
He always was involved in politics. He was very in tune with what's going on in the world, especially in this country. 6 years into the relationship, it's April of 2004, and he proposes to me. Well, it was, first of all, it was my birthday as well, and it was a Met Gala. So it was all in one. We were all planning at home, all both of us in black ties. So he proposed that time. Describe your wedding day. It was January 22nd, 2005. It was almost a year after we were engaged, and we got married at the Festival of Sea, beautiful church down in Palm Beach, and the reception of Mar-a-Lago. What was that day like? You, family, mom? It was an exciting, a busy day, as every bride, you want to make sure everything was smooth. And it went. We had a good day, I'm sure. There was a touching story in the book about the baptism candle. Your mom brought this over from Savannah. It was the candle that was lit in the church when you were baptized. You lit it at your wedding, and you lit it again there and was baptized.
Oh, I see.
So I still have it. Interesting. I was baptized on Mama's birthday. John booked the dates, ex. So my mother, she thought about it. She brought it here to the United States. And you say in the book about becoming a mother, you said, I stepped back from public life. No longer one of the glamorous photos and the jet-setting lifestyle, and my career took a back seat. Was that a hard change? It was not. Why? Because I had to focus on that. Best day of your life, with the baby in your arms. Something changes. Yeah, something changes. There's a picture
Whoa.
of you, and you're working at the desk, and you have Baron on those small motorized cars. Books, his children's books.
Whoa. Okay.
All over the desk. And I looked at that picture and I said, this is a working mom's life. We can all relate to this. Everything's chaotic, everything's hectic, it's so much fun, and everyone tells us to enjoy those moments because they're fleeting. And your kids grow up and it just flies by. And you look at that picture and what was happening in that moment? When I see it, that was the time that I did PVC collection. My jewelry sold out in SaGa. It did, yes, it was very successful. So I was doing all at the same time. Working, being with Dad, he has his own time with his car, his books, and we're talking. So I think it's very important that we show our children that we are working too, to give them an example of how life is, that they see us, that we are productive, that we have an ideas, that ideas comes to life. And that's how we're showing them. And did you, Donald Trump, did you ever talk about having more children? Did you know Roger did? I was always perfectly fine with one. And Donald was encouraging me to have more. And I said,
Ask me anything.
I'm really fine with one because it's a very busy life. And I know how busy he is. And I'm in charge of everything. So that's why it's just perfect. So Donna was on Brian Filming show last weekend, and Brian was asking about the relationship, and he said, you know, Brian, she really, really does love you.
Look at that, a new skill.
So what do you love most about your husband? He's being, his humor, his personality, his kindness, he's very special. His positivity, his energy is unbelievable. Yeah, so we have a beautiful relationship. You see these clips sometimes, maybe a lady at the cash register on the college for her birthday. The little boy is there, he's saying yes, he invites him to go down. And the little boy cries, this is a letter from Donald Trump. Donald Trump called all the service members, their family members, and they lose their lives. These are stories that a lot of people not to see this in other networks. Is that the man he is? That's the man he is. One word to describe him, what would that be? One or two words? Caring, especially for his country. And what would you like to do for fun if you're not working? To have dinner, sometimes buy dinner or dinner with friends, listen to the music, or kind of visiting music. I hear he wants to be the DJ. He likes to be the DJ, and it's very fun night when he does that. He married Donald Trump. He already had 4 children, and we talk about that in the book. And it seems so fun to have just so much life for children around you. You said I gave everyone space, love and respect. Didn't always agree, but acknowledge different viewpoints.
Sure thing. I'll tune up your orbit.
Today, we have us there. You cannot control anything. You can control only your own behavior, your own words. Everybody's controlling your own self. I'm not in control of my husband. I'm not in control of his children.
Sure thing.
I'm not in control of my child. He's his own person. And we all have yes and no's, and we are all individuals. Once you live your life with respect and love, that's all that matters. Melania recounts the moment she learned about the attempted assassination on her husband's wife. On the floor, and we don't know that. Meet the Genesis. Genetics, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Each planning their future through the Chase Mobile. Genetics is planning a summer in Portugal with some help from JP Morgan Wealth. Let's go, Whiskers. Gen Y is working with Nicholas for her birthday. You only turned 30 months. And Gen Z, credits boom, then hello, new apartment. 3 Gens getting ahead with Chase. Solutions will go with you. One big for now, for later, for the rest. Chase, make more of us good. Knowing where to look for the best deal. That's just one advantage of having the home team advantage. The team of trusted professionals working together so you can win. Meet your team now at realtor.com/hometeam. For gentle, dependable conservation,
That's a single element law. Short skills refresh.
80% of a natural vegetable activity. Gentle, dependable, spending. Also available in delicious gummies.
Huge skill. Congrats.
Like an elderly man's bank. Well, that's the plumber. Trust the unfiltered energy.
Good.
Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best price.
I'm Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. This is Boost Awesome. Boost Awesome is for
I could do this with
the
my
store
eyes
results.
closed.
Get more amazing and wonderful pure awesome from Fuel Box. One of the best investments I've ever made. Available at each retailer.
All it takes is one item for friends and your books. I'm guilty. This cabinet, $50. And the quality of this should be
The toy
I
house is
love
here.
good quality
Whatever
service
you
and
need,
affordable.
I'm there.
Leave everything to me.
First purchase, second stuff.
That doesn't go wrong. After the central bank interest rates twice taxed, and it not only impacts America's economy, possibly Goofy has must-see inside one day.
It's a good one.
Hope to see you again soon.
How did you feel about Donald Trump? I support you. I know how passionate he is to make America great again. We started backstage at the RNC. You want to talk about why he decided not to stage in the speech that we did in 2016? It was my decision. I think it was just the time. I think it was the right time. A days before I wrote a beautiful letter to America. And I think in one way that carries my speech relate on the House manager text. It says the FBI is outside the house. They had access to my bedroom, closets, office, and rummaged through my personal items. And they even searched Barron's rooms. So how intrusive is that? Did it make you angry? How did you feel? Yeah, that's invasion of privacy. And the day was done. I was really surprised. When you told your house manager, just leave it, don't touch anything, don't put that. You wanted to see it. With your own eyes, with your own eyes. What did it look like when you walked back into your house? I saw unpleasant stuff, but nobody wants to see it. And you get angry because, nobody should be picking up that kind of stuff. Some person, I don't even know who or how many people, they do that stuff. So the assassination attempts, the first one is in Butler, Pennsylvania. And you write about watching the assassination attempt on TV. Then you started working, and you were distracted, so you could pause. I think your chief of staff called you. He said, he's okay, but here's going to shoot. What happened next? I ran to the TV, and I found it, and I watched it. I was only a few minutes behind.
Take a look what happened.
so I didn't really see live, but 2 minutes, few minutes later. But when I saw it, it was only nobody really knew yet, because when you see him on the floor and you don't know what's going to happen. So he called and he didn't answer his phone. He called the Secret Service. And what did they say? First, the Secret Service was not available too, because they were in Kiev. And then after that, I got the Secret Service and they said, he's okay. We are going to the hospital. We were talking and I said that your son rushes into the room as if he told. Your son is in college, I understand, but he's still your child. This is his father. How difficult is that to have that conversation? Better than I thought. But he was outside playing sport, and he rushed me, and it's very, very difficult. And then a few weeks later, there was another attempt on your husband's life at your golf course. Where were you, and what was your reaction to this attempt? I was in Mexico, and I saw it on the television. I didn't see the story on television. I heard again, and he was okay. The Secret Service were great. The guys that they were the team were fantastic. And I think both of the events.
There's death in the air.
If you really think about it, the July 15th was a miracle. We had the back lunch and he could not be with us. And he doesn't talk about one screen. He goes to the news lunch. So just looking at that screen allowed me to understand. He said it was probably true. Does this make you believe in you or in a higher power? How is that been for you? I think something was watching. I think he's, it's almost like the country really needs him. Maybe God's where he's at. And then we were told this week, and we were told that about this about illness for a while, that there was a rotten plot to kill your husband. So I watched this video that we released on social media, questioning the first assassination attempt.
I can't help but wonder, why didn't law enforcement officials arrest the shooter before this speech?
For the second one, when we knew that there was this plot, why didn't we assume the golf course? It's interesting how quiet all of the mainstream media. There were a few days of reporting about July 15th event, and everything was very quiet. So I had a lot of questions. What's going on? This is not normal. And is it really shocking that all these egregious was against my husband? Especially that we hear the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy, calling him violent names. They only fueling toxic atmosphere and giving power only to these people that they want to be violent. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. The country needs to unite. And I urge everybody to read my letter that I wrote July 14th again, because that cannot continue. That is very powerful. Why don't you get to the point of having a heart? That's how I felt.
Got something planned?
How do you feel when people say they don't like him? What do you wish they knew about him? That he's really
Objective
a family man. He loves his family. He loves his country. And all he wants to be better and prosperous. He's just strong. He's not afraid to, is not talk about the way he was when he was shot.
Got something planned?
The clear head, the way he stood up. He said, fight, because you cannot allow that to happen. What was your reaction to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Democratic? Well, how I see it is the record speaks for itself. The country is suffering. People are not able to buy usual necessities for their families. We have wars going on around the world. Soldiers are dying. They will die under this administration because of the issue. The border is open, dangerous, a lot of families coming over, feeling it's very hard to see, and the economy is really not great. Inflation is high, and if we compare these 4 years under this administration compared to 4 years under my husband as commander-in-chief, he was leading the country to peace to strength, and the border was safer than ever before. We didn't have any wars. People were prospering. They had jobs. They could support their families. So I think American people need to decide what they really want. Maybe some, strong feats, but everything else great in this country. So it's holding Americans people's hands on the embassy.
Up next, Melania talks about her time with the wives of other world leaders and who she bonded with the most.
It was a very special relationship.
Knowing where to look for the best deal. That's just one advantage of having the home team advantage. A team of trusted professionals working together so you can win. Meet your team now at realtor.com/hometeam.
Israel needs you. We desperately need tens of thousands.
The war is here. The great storm coming on is coming against Israel. We've got the scriptures calling each one of us not only to pray for the peace, Jerusalem, but every city throughout Israel is under siege. This massive grocery store should be crowded. People are lacking food. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is preparing meals for precious elderly citizens who can't get out. So many vouchers since 70 because of the war. Much of her roof is gone. The ceiling is gone. She's frightened. Hezbollah is no longer. How does she get food? The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, we come in. We provide groceries, vegetables, hot meals. It's you.
Your emergency gift will help provide food to Clara and thousands like her trying to survive in the evacuated areas of Israel. Your urgent big gift of $45 will help rush delivery of an emergency food box and nutritious meals for a week.
It's you that gives her hope. Lets her feel the presence of God.
It must be that God is here with you. Thank you. And I'll say a special prayer. Thanks to God.
There's war, violence, brokenness. I was a Christian. March minister. Love. Help bring the peace of God that passes all understanding. To know I have something to eat today.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today.
Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base. We are hearing the loudest music we can recall. It makes feel isolated. Clear captions was an easy solution for us.
Clear captions
provides captions on the phone, right? Captions on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
Making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify for
Okay,
clear
time to get to work.
at no cost to you. Call 1-800-916-7705. That's 1-800-916-7705. You are hired to meet. But everyone knows you as a problems. You know the call to help keep your operation running. Ranger has over 1 million products to do for one. Now, call to get Ranger out of purchase that buy. Ranger, the ones who get it done.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business and news at nights on Sirius XM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on Sirius XM. America is listening.
Welcome to Bucks and Live, National Surveyor in New York. Former President Trump and Vice President Harris are fighting for an edge in crucial swing states with about 5 weeks to go until Election Day. Harris spent her Sunday at a fundraiser in California and then headed to Las Vegas to rally. She is making a push for Latino voters in Nevada. Meantime, Trump
Let's save it.
Pennsylvania, and then later in the week, he plans to head back to Butler, Pennsylvania.
Excellent.
Nearly a step.
We'll catch you guys on the next one, all right? Peace out. This is such a good game.